Today I'm here bringing you my first impressions of Pascal's Wager and comparing it to Diablo Immortal. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and I have been anticipating the play of this game for quite a few weeks now. This game was recommended by so many of you in the comments section, so much that I reached out to the developers, and they were able to give me a key for both the game and the DLC, which was pretty generous of them, so thank you guys very much for that. Also, it's worth noting that one lucky person from this video in the comments section will be getting a free key and DLC key for this game, because Pascal's Wager is not a free game. It costs $3.99 in the iOS store, Android as well, and the DLC, I believe, is 99 cents. So someone lucky is going to grab those. All you need to do is comment down below, maybe link your Twitter or something like that, and I will get in touch with you with your game key. But let's get into this game and figure out what it's all about. You see me right here drinking a health potion, and that is something you are going to need to do a lot of while playing Pascal's Wager. This is not an easy game. It actually is probably one of the more difficult games I've played on mobile devices, as you just saw me die. That happens quite a bit. You're going to resurrect from right here in these positions. You can take a rest at these positions as well, and while you're there, it will rejuvenate all of your health. Problem is, I need them literally at the turn of every corner because the amount of times that I'm dying is just incredible. I get really an old school feel of video games when I play this. You know, you have to use health potions to get your health up. You don't just rejuvenate your health. It's very difficult gameplay, and I'm playing on normal. I'm not playing on the casual setting. We are playing on normal, and there are save positions throughout the game. Something else worth noting is that it's hard to find your way around. There is no map on the screen. It's difficult to figure out where to go, and you'll find yourself running in circles quite a bit, as I've found myself doing that as well. But let's take a second and talk about the controls. I got myself out of the way so that you can see the controls. Notice that we have on the bottom a fast attack. In the center, we have a strong attack. Up top, we have a blocking mechanic, which you're seeing used right there. And then, of course, we have the running mechanic, or just the dashing mechanic. We also have a knife that we can throw, but we need to purchase these from some of the traders around the map, which you're probably going to see happening at some point during this gameplay. So the controls, pretty standard for action RPGs. You're gonna find weird characters like this around the game that you're gonna interact with. They're gonna be able to give you stuff. You're gonna be able to purchase things from them. And to be honest, with this frog, I did not know exactly what I was doing. I've probably put an hour into the game, and it's been a confusing hour because, like I said, it is not just a jump in the game, play, crush stuff, and that's it. There's a lot more skill, I guess, and dealing with that frustration that we all remember from when we used to play video games back in the 90s or the 2000s, when things weren't just respawn and re-go and just pick up where you left off. The battles are difficult. You're going to need to use your blocking mechanic, or you're going to be destroyed. And just recording this 20 minutes of footage, I believe that I died about 5 different times. So notice my blocking is being used right there. You do take a little bit of health away from yourself even when you're blocking, but nothing compared to when you're actually just taking the strike to the face. It's never good. And to rejuvenate your health, again, you need to use those health potions. As you can see, I have 3 of them in my pack. You could purchase more, and you can pick them up when you do take down some enemies. Now, right here, I'm actually not even realizing it, going back to the beginning portion of the game, because I was lost. I didn't know exactly where I was supposed to go, and honestly, if I were to log back in the game right now, I would still be lost, because you're about to see right here, I think the game tells me that I can't go in this direction. Now let's talk about the graphics, the look of the game. Graphics are on point. We're talking about a mobile game, and you know, it looks like we're playing some really, see, unable to enter. Looks like we're playing some, you know, old school consoles, but not that old school. It looks really nice. It's very fluid, and it plays really well also. As far as the attacking mechanics, I haven't gotten to a point yet where I'm able to do a bunch of combinations or any special moves. You have your light attack, which, let me be honest, guys, that's the one you're going to want to be using because it's quick. Yes, it's a light attack. It doesn't take a bunch of damage off of your enemies, but it's fast. when you try and use that slow attack, my goodness, it is so slow. Many times when I do it, I go to swing, I get up, and then it's so slow that I get struck by the enemy. You really need to have your timing on point. And here I go. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna rejuvenate, take a rest because my health is down. We're going to rest. The game refreshes, it saves, I wake up, I'm good to go. Worth noting, when you do that, your enemies, they seem to all respawn. You gotta deal with them again as well. So here we go right here. Look at this time. I was clutch, I got out of the way. That worked out pretty nicely if I do say so myself. Now, something that I wish I could see here was a way to adjust the controls a little bit. A lot of times, let me get myself out of the way to explain this. A lot of times I like to put my thumb on the bottom right-hand side of the screen and have my attacking buttons above my thumb. But when I play here, I need to actually use my thumb for movement above all of the attack buttons. But then again, this is a small gripe. Every game has their own control scheme and mechanism, and that's kind of cool that you have to adjust to a new control scheme to get a new gaming experience. And I'm getting smoked right here by these guys, not doing the blocking that I should. We got the ranged guy from afar. We got a block there. We're gonna take ourselves a potion because we were not looking strong. Getting smoked yet again, but now we're gonna come in and then they hit me with it as well. And like I said, guys, we're like on the first stage. We have not even gotten into the depths of the game. With that being said, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and rung the bell, well, I don't even want to say anything negative. You should just go ahead and do it, guys. We're putting out videos 3 days a week on this channel with a heavy focus on Diablo Immortal, and depending on what you guys want to see, maybe even more of Pascal's Wager. I'll be very honest though, guys, and I know that the development company's probably gonna be watching this because I'm gonna be sending them the video so they can see what I put together. This is very different than Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal, you have massive amounts of enemies. You can regain your health, and it's just more of a massive experience. What we're having here with Pascal's Wager is definitely more of a strategic experience, and I finally got that guy down. He kept killing me. It's more of a strategic experience where you need to really just take one enemy at a time. You're not going into hordes of enemies, at least not that I've seen just yet, and I don't see that happening at the later stage of the game. You're more one-on-one battles, parrying, moving yourself out of the way, strategic strikes to win those battles. If you go in there like a bull, well, you're gonna lose, as I have proven time and time again, just from, again, capturing this gameplay. Now, something that I wish I would see here were a map. We have our destinations, and you know what? Maybe it's there, and I just, for some reason, haven't found it and don't see it. But if there were a map somewhere, see, it told me to go to the mountaintop. And the problem is, it tells me to go to the mountaintop, but I don't know where the mountaintop actually is. There's no map showing me where to go. There's no indicators on the screen, and I find that confusing. I personally don't like getting lost in games. Yeah, and see, it happened again. And it happens over and over and over again, respawning right there. So go to the mountaintop. The question is, where's the mountaintop? If you know how to find a place in this game where it can give me more direction, let me know. Also, guys, let me know if you want to see me playing more of Pascal's Wager here on the channel. Will this be a game that you're going to try? Will this be a game that you're going to play until Diablo Immortal comes out? Now, I always talk about how I love free-to-play games because you could download it and just try it. You could download it and try it, and if you don't like it, well, then you can get out of it. And I like this guy. He's one of the traders, and I'm going to buy a couple of those throwing knives. Remember, you want to use them sparingly, guys, because if you don't, well, then you're not going to have any for those ranged attacks. But with this game, it costs $3.99. You don't have to buy the DLC right away. Say $4. Will you spend $4, which is only a few bucks really, but will you spend the money to try out the game before you really know 100% if it's a game that you're gonna wanna invest in? If it were free to play, you could download it and try it, and then, you know, you just would download it and try it. And if you like it, you keep it. If you didn't like it, you delete it. But something that you notice here, guys, have you seen any microtransactions? Have you seen any advertisements? No, we're looking at something that is more like a classic PC or console game that we've seen in the past, where you don't have all that spam. A lot of times in mobile games, there is a lot of spam because they're free to play and the development companies need to make their money, but that is not the case here in Pascal's Wager, at least not yet. Not to the point that I've gotten to right here. So I guess I should let you guys know my suggestions. First of all, very different game than Diablo Immortal. Different gameplay style. This is more of, you know, one-on-one strategic battles versus taking on hordes of demons and things that we know and love from Diablo Immortal. This also has a rich story. I took the time to go through all the story, not cutting through the cutscenes. I wanted to actually watch them and understand what's going on, and you see a lot of this throughout. You can interact with other characters, figure out what missions you have, and just kind of understand the story of Pascal's Wager, which is pretty cool. If you're into lore and story and rich content like that, completely up to you. We're all different. And notice I got this chest here already. So is it worth paying $4 for this game? And I would say absolutely yes. This is an unbelievable game. That does not mean that it's going to fit your taste. It is difficult. If you're someone that gets overly frustrated and angry from playing something and dying over and over and over again, then maybe Pascal's Wager is not for you. But if you like a challenge, if you like a game that's going to be difficult for you and you're just going to keep on coming back and figure out how to take that portion of the game down, how to beat that enemy, how to beat that boss, well then Pascal's Wager is going to give you guys the experience that you probably remember from years and years ago. That was so popular. I'm going to take some fall damage here, I think. Oh, it looks like I decided not to. Yeah, I think I'm a little lost here. Don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But, you know, enemies come, enemies go. Half the time, they take me out. So let me know what you guys think about Pascal's Wager. Let me know of any other games you'd like me to try out in the channel. If you guys haven't noticed, I've tried the majority of the games that you've told me to try that you're playing while you're waiting for Diablo Immortal. I could see you guys downloading Pascal's Wager, loving it, and continue playing it through even after Diablo Immortal comes out, because like I said, it's really a good game with more DLC to come. You would purchase the DLC, it's probably like a $1 edition, but that's how you get more content. That's how you get deeper into the game, is through the DLC, and it's going to continuously be coming from Pascal's Wager. They have a website, they are on point. This is, it's basically like it's like a AAA title right here, guys, just on mobile. Done really well, great gaming experience. You should probably buy it. Now you want to see me get smoked by this guy? Watch this. I think I dive down, and yeah, he's gonna attack me. It's gonna hurt, and I'm gonna lose some health from the drop already. Rip. Over and over and over again. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you give this game a shot, and I hope that you let me know your thoughts on it. You could do that in two places, in the comments below or over on my Discord server, where we're building a nice community for action RPGs focusing on Diablo Immortal. But you never know. Maybe I'll start working hand in hand with the developers at Pascal's Wager, and we could do something sweet there too. We'll have to see. Time will tell. Thanks for sticking around. You guys are an OG. Hashtag made it down below. Remember to check out these videos before you go. And as always, be good.